Hello, this is Miss Pat from Samuel's Public Library. This week in Science Scouts, we're going to talk about our carbon footprint. Our story for this week is called The Galinos by Luis Amavisca. See any shapes you recognize there? A short time back on the planet Gala, there lived two nice Galinos, Chufi and Tirka. Chufi liked Gala bars an awful lot. These are like chocolate bars, but from planet Gala. Tirka loved Gala computers. These are like computers, but the ones from Gala are a lot. Tirka and Chufi had other friends. They had Curdy, Keppa, Goonie, and Lulupa. They used to spend a lot of time together. They liked to play on the Gala garbage mountains. This is like garbage on Earth, but on Gala, it doesn't smell so bad. There, they always found lots of broken Gala computers. Sometimes Turkey fixed them, convinced he could make them work again. They found mountains of leftover Gala bars, and sometimes Chufi would pick up one or two pieces and gobble them up. But above all, there were tons and tons of scraps of galactic. This is like plastic from Gala. One day, among all the accumulated trash, Turkey found a Gala computer that would change everything. When Turkey managed to switch on the Gala computer, it began to speak. It said its name was Gal'Alpha 8, and that it was dumped into the Gala garbage because some Gallinos were afraid of it. They are afraid because I know the future. Turkey, Chufi, Curdy, Keppa, Goonie, and Lulupa didn't know what future meant, but they didn't like what Gala Alpha 8 said. Gala Alpha 8 explained that the Gala garbage piles up. The Galamobiles, which are like cars, but much faster and much more modern, and the Galactories, which are the most polluting factories in the universe, produced a lot of smoke and polluted the air of planet Gala. Gala Alpha 8 also said that the day after day, there were less Gala trees, which are the big purple trees of Gala, and the huge lakes of the planet were drying up. Gala was warming up so much that if this continued, it would soon die. Very soon, actually, if the Gallinos did nothing to stop it. Turkey got goosebumps, maybe because he was the one who had fixed Gala Alpha 8, but Curdy also had tears in her eyes. However, Keppa, Goonie, Lulupa didn't care that much. Not even Chufi seemed bothered. Several years went by, but all 7 friends still looked the same. The secret is that Galinos stopped growing when they reached 7 years old. However, some of them changed a lot, and others not that much. Chufi was still so fond of Gala bars that he ate nothing else. And all the Gala bar wrappers, Chufi just threw them away and littered everywhere. Lulupa claimed she was extremely tidy. Every time she went to the toilet to poo, she would clean her Gala butt with tons and tons of toilet paper, almost as much as anyone else would use in a month on Gala. Keppa built a galactory that dumped all its waste into the Galakes, spent all day long speaking on the Galaphone, and bought a brand new Galaphone every other week. The old, still working Galaphone was dumped in the Gala garbage. Goonie was terrible. The only thing that really mattered to him was shopping. He drove his Galamobile everywhere, all the time, even to the bakery, which was just around the corner. He didn't care about wasting water and left it running for hours in the shower. Turkey and Curdy really believed in Gala Alpha 8, and with its help worked hard to save their planet. They planted a lot of Gala trees and tried hard to protect the Galakes. Together, they created a company to recycle Galastic. Right, so we got garbage going in and coming out. But every day, Gala got worse. It was heating up a lot. The Galakes were drying up. The Gala trees were being cut down to make space for more and more huge galactories and wide Gala roads. The Gala garbage mountain was growing bigger and bigger. Lulupa, Goonie, Keppa, and Chufi, and others like them, were destroying Gala. Kirky and Curdy, along with the Galafa 8, sat down to think. Together, they had an idea. And the idea was to build a huge Gala space bus that they would put all those Gala yuppies who were destroying their planet on. Even though they had been their friends, they no longer wanted them around. To save Gala, they had to send them elsewhere. And they did. They sent them to the only place in the universe where there were many others who were also destroying their planet. They sent them all to planet Earth. I really miss them. Will they come back again one day? If they learn to behave, we'll go fetch them. And probably we would need to give those Earthlings a helping hand. All right, so we're going to talk about carbon footprint and what that means for our planet. Okay, because we all have a carbon footprint. Okay, we're going to go back to this. All right, a footprint is a mark that you leave when you walk. Right, the way you live also leaves a mark. A lot of things we do in life makes energy or requires energy or needs energy to work. Driving cars, even raising livestock, right? All of that makes gas that contributes to the climate, to the air around us. Believe it or not, animals like goats and sheep and cows, they do a lot of, they're really gassy animals, okay? A little stinky, and they like to burp a lot, which puts out gas into the air. Right, all of these gases are carbon compounds, and that's what it has an effect on our climate, and that's called your carbon footprint. All right, certain things you do can cause a larger carbon footprint. Things like drinking a plastic water bottle every hour, instead of just getting one water bottle and filling it up over and over. Driving instead of walking, right? Nobody's going to live on one side and drive across the street to the store, I hope. Okay, it would be easier to walk. Well, maybe not easier, but it would be better for the environment if you walked instead of trying to drive over there. Right? Eating packaged food, running water while we brush our teeth, this all increases our footprint. This is showing you that your carbon footprint could be really big. Just the average household of 2 people makes 35 tons or 1,000 kilograms. So in this case, it's going to be 35,000 kilograms per year. Right, 20 miles to work or 20 miles to school is 8 kilograms. Making a hoodie is 5.5 kilograms. Making a pair of jeans is 33.4 kilograms. So just making clothes, right? Factories, this is the energy that they're using. Remember, we're not just taking material and sewing the stuff. These are being made in factories. And then they're being driven from this store to this store, from this place to this place. And that's what this carbon footprint is. Okay, because we're not making all this at home. But what can you do about your carbon footprint? Right? Switch off lights when you leave the room. Unplug your electronic devices. Don't leave your computer plugged in, or don't leave your cell phone plugged in. Okay, or your laptop or your switch. Bring your own reusable bag when you shop, instead of getting those plastic bags that are going to be put in the ocean. Right? Choose organic and local foods that are in season. When we decide that we want to eat strawberries, but it's not strawberry season, we're getting strawberries from a different state, which means now they have to package them in a factory. They're going to put them on a truck or a train, and they're going to ship them all the way over, which means we're burning up fuel to get them here. Okay, eat low on the food chain. That means mostly eating fruits and vegetables and grains and beans. I'm not telling you to become a vegetarian. I can't do that. I am not a vegetarian. But livestock, cows and goats and sheep, they're responsible for a lot of our greenhouse gases, a lot of the stuff that's in the air that's affecting our climate, mostly because they burp a lot, guys. I know you've never heard a cow burp, right? And you don't want to smell them. But every day, if you give up meat 1 day a week, all right, and they talk about meatless Mondays, which is something you could look up. If you don't eat meat 1 day a week, you can reduce your carbon footprint by 8 pounds. That's 2,900 pounds a year. Just you giving it up, okay? And I'm not saying to give it up all the time, 1 day. It just means eat spaghetti that night with no meatballs. Okay, eat mac and cheese that night. Try to avoid items with excess packaging. Instead of buying cereal that's inside of a plastic bag and inside of a box and then inside of another plastic bag, just get a bag of cereal. Okay. This one will also tell you, hang outside. Use both sides of a paper, especially you guys in school. Use both sides of a paper. That's less trees we have to cut down. If you're only writing on one side, you're going to go through a lot of paper. Okay. Do errands in bulk instead of driving here and driving home and then driving here and driving home and driving here and driving home. Kind of make a round and do it all at once. Okay. Give things away instead of throwing them all in the garbage to fill up like the Gala guys did. All right, the Galinos. Plant trees because that helps clean up our air. Shorten your showers. Didn't say don't take showers. You still need a wash. Okay, wrap presents creatively. You guys could wrap them in newspaper. All right, once you're done reading it, use that. Comic books. Recycle your wrapping paper. Maybe you want to draw a picture and you're wrapping something small and you could wrap it up in a picture that you drew. Okay, that's going to be ways that you guys could reduce your carbon footprint. Now, go around, check your appliances, your dishwasher, your washer, your dryer, your microwave. See if they have this energy symbol on it. This means that they do their job and save energy. If they don't have them, don't throw them out. Remember, these guys were throwing out stuff that still worked. We don't want to do that. That is only going to create more garbage for us. But the next time it breaks down and your parents say, oh, we're going to have to buy another one, encourage them to look for this symbol, okay? I'm sure your parents know all about it, but now you do too. It's going to save energy and it's going to save them money because it's using less energy, using less electricity. It's going to save them money. Another way to reduce your carbon footprint is to plant a tree or plant a garden. Okay, plants help clean the air. The garden also produces food that you can eat without packaging and without having to drive and go get it, right? Nobody has to ship it to you. You don't have to travel to go get it. You just have to go outside and pick it and look at their little garden. So it's not like you need a lot of room. Compost is recycling food that you don't eat. Maybe the apple core, the skins, the banana skins, peels, shells, eggshells. You can compost all of this stuff. You can feed the plants in your yard, in your garden. It's better than throwing it out with the trash, and it reduces your footprint. When you burn branches or dead trees, it creates ashes. That's also good for reducing your impact on the environment. Ashes can be mixed with the soil in the garden. It can be used to pick up oil spills instead of going out to buy chemical items from the store that will pick up oil that's on your driveway or kitty litter. And you can use it instead of salt on icy steps and sidewalks in the wintertime. Okay, so again, these are just burned plants, burned trees. Now you have all these ashes. What are you going to do? Hopefully you're not going to throw them out in the garbage. Right? If you have a fireplace, you can be putting these into a container. And when it's icy, put them outside on your steps or on your driveway. All right, it's better than the salt. It's a lot more environmentally friendly. Put it around your plants. Okay, you can even use them on inside plants. So you could look into composting or you could look into the burning. Now we are going to do a couple of things. So we do have when you guys come in, you're going to get some papers. Okay. One of them It's a carbon footprint survey. It says, how big is your family's carbon footprint? And it has a couple of things. It tells you to color things red based on your answers to these questions. Color these things blue based on answers to these. Color them green, and color them brown. And this is what you're going to color. Okay, your footprint. Now, your footprint is right there. So when you start with the red, color it closest to the footprint. And let's see if you get all the way out. Now, when I did this, I'll be honest, I got the whole thing colored. That means I have a really big carbon footprint, and I'm going to have to work on that. Okay? Because I don't really like having that whole thing colored. That means I have a really big footprint, and we kind of want to work on reducing that. This one will also tell you, this is more of another survey, and you just have, this one will help you with your math a little bit. You might need your parents' help. Ask them about a calculator. And it's going to be things like, do you turn off the lights when you leave a room? Yes or no? And based on what your answer is, okay, it tells you what number to write down. So this person said yes, and they wrote down 133. If they say no, they don't turn off the lights when they leave the room, look at what their number would be. Okay, 268. Notice that the numbers are a little higher when you don't do the right thing. At the end, you'll find out what your total is. And then it says, how can you reduce your carbon footprint? Things you could turn off. How could you get to school without using the one item, and I'm not going to tell you which one, without using the one item that's going to use up the most energy? What could you eat? How much are you going to use electronics? If your TV turns on at 6 o'clock in the morning and you don't turn it off till 9 o'clock at night, you're using a lot of energy. Even if you're not there to watch it the whole time, but you left it on the whole day, that's a lot of energy. So how much time do you really want to be on the TV or on the computer? Okay. What could you recycle? What else could you do? So these are things that you guys can talk about with your friends, with your family. I'm going to get somebody here and we're going to see what her carbon footprint is. Okay, welcome back. I have my granddaughter Aurora with me again.
Hi.
And she's going to be coloring in her footprint based on the questions. So I'm going to read a couple of the questions while she colors, while she finishes her coloring. All right, if you live in a single family home, she had to color 4 rings red. She lives in an apartment or another type of home, she has to do 2 red. Since she's in a duplex, she had to do 2 red. If you don't use energy efficient light bulbs, she had to color another ring red. If you are not familiar with the Energy Star appliance rating system, you have to color another one red. Now remember, that was that blue symbol that I showed you guys on the thing. So you should all be familiar with that one right now. For every small car in your family, color 1 blue. And she has 2 small cars, so she had to color 2 rings blue. For every medium or large car, color 2 rings blue. She also has a van. So she's got 3 cars and she had to color 4 rings blue. All right. If you are a vegetarian, color 1 green. If you are not a vegetarian, color 2 green. If you never eat organic food, color 1 more ring green. And I know she eats lots of healthy stuff, so she didn't have to do that one because she does eat organic food. All right. If you take baths instead of showers, if you run the faucet while brushing your teeth or washing dishes, or you water your lawn several times a week, you had to color another one green. She doesn't do the bath, she does showers. She turns the water off when she brushes her teeth. If you recycle your household trash, color 1 ring brown. If you never recycle, color 2. If you never compost your kitchen waste, color 1 more ring brown. So we're going to see what hers looks like. All right, so hers wasn't as bad as mine. So I don't eat as healthy. So she still has a couple of rings here. So you guys will get to do that. See how big yours is based on your answers. Some of it is based on you. Some of it is based on your family.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give her the survey. And I'm gonna use the calculator. We're gonna do our math. So the first question says, how do you get to school?
I take a bus.
Okay.
Sometimes a mostly bus.
So the bus is 131 points. If you take a car, though, it's 1,115 points. Okay, so taking a car to school every day, because remember, the car has to go, drop you off, and then come home, and then go back and get you and come home. So the bus is taking a lot of you at one time. So the bus is going to be the most. Walking or bike riding will actually be a 0. All right, so the bus is going to be 131. Do you eat mostly fast food or home cooked food?
Home cooked food.
Home cooked food, which is 629. Do you eat mostly vegetables and fruit, meat or bread?
Vegetables and fruit.
Vegetables and fruit is 153. Do you turn lights off when you leave the room?
Yes.
Okay, so yes means 133. No means 263. All right, do you unplug appliances when you're not using them, like your cell phone?
Yes.
Yes. Yes means 9. No means 18. Do you turn off water when brushing your teeth?
Yes.
Yes is 34. No is 234. It's 272. All right, that's a lot of wasted water. All right, do you turn off your video game system when you're not using it?
Yes.
Yes means 29. No is 90. If you don't have one, it's a 0. All right, and then you're gonna total it up, and then you're gonna subtract if you recycle anything. So what do you recycle in your household?
I recycle cardboard, plastic, aluminum foil, and glass.
Okay, so we're going to take off 7 for glass, 19 for plastic, and 86 for aluminum and cans. And your total is going to be 1,896. You're actually a little bit better than I am. So you guys are off to a good start. Might be because you don't have as many electronics as I do. Anything. Now, the other thing I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to give you a smaller bag than this, but I wanted you to be able to see it. This is a bag of ash. Okay, this is from burning trees and plants and stuff. Now, you're going to get a smaller bag. Remember, what can you put ash around? What is this going to help grow?
Plant.
All right, so you can put it around your house plants. You can put it in your house plants. You can put it out in your garden. If you want to keep it sealed, you can use it when it snows on your steps. This, all right, it will get the bottom of your shoes a little dirty, but it's going to be better for the environment than putting salt on the driveway or on the steps, because that's going to wash off and kill the grass or the plants on either side of your steps.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use it for either one of those. Okay, so thank you for joining us, and hope it was an enlightening thing and that you learned a lot. See you next week.
See you next week.